show up here locally in the community. Make sure y'all go check out Kneecap Body by Jeremy Kimball.
Wow, that was surprising. Yeah, I didn't start on time because I didn't want to have a James Houston on the show.
Yes, you did.
No, now I didn't. I had one this morning. That I didn't want another one. You know what I'm talking about. I didn't want to do this and then have to say I sat in Gatorade.
I know.
And so on his Twitter when he posted that, guess what my comment is?
What?
What flavor is that? Shitterade?
Terrible.
It's funny though.
It is funny.
So we have 7 spots taken so far. Leonard, fuck it, make it 8. Give me 4.
Okay.
We have 7 spots left. We have 2, 6, 8. I took 10, right? And B took 13.
Mm-hmm.
11, 13, and 15 are gone. The rest are still available. For this bad boy right here, Leonard's going to show it there. I'm also going to show the picture because it lights up a little better.
Yes, it does.
That is a custom mini helmet designed by the one and only Von Doom. Also known affectionately to us as the New York Giants Garden Gnome.
Damn right. I love that thing.
I know you do. I love this one because it's so apt. The best picture of Kitty Ken we ever had.
You're not wrong.
It even looks better than the real one. I'm not wrong.
I'm not sure you are not.
Oh, you should have heard it. I popped that in on 10 and 10 this morning. And Rob goes, hey, with a face like that, you'll attract women again. Now that's funny. Yoli Cruz, as much as you hate this, I have to do it. She entered the chat. It's more the jazz one you hate, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, that's a cool one. Too bad it has that crappy looking star on it.
Yeah, but my best friend's a Cowboys fan, so I gotta hook him up too. Not all of us could be Giants fans,
Chance switch teams?
No. Aaron Stevens.
I know.
Chance is a dirty Packer fan.
I know he is. Oh, you mean like Mr. Kitty Ken? Ain't he cute? Oh, I am doing fantastic, Yoli. Thanks for asking. How are you doing, Von Doom? She asked, how are the two of us?
I can't complain today. I'm doing pretty good.
You got through to them fuckers over there at that office, right?
Yeah, it's not going to fix anything, but I got to yell and voice my opinion.
Oh, that's always good. I like it when I get to yell and voice my opinion on somebody that's being a butthead.
I don't mind if something goes wrong because of something I did. I fucked it up. Cool. I'll deal with that. It's when I do everything that I need to do and people can't do their job and incompetence screws other things up.
That being said, before we go too much further in the show and get into the reviews of the games, I do want to say Happy Veterans Day to all the veterans out there. Thank you for your service protecting our country and our Constitution. I don't care what branch you served for. You wrote a blank check for this country and you deserve our thanks. I salute you, men and women both. Because if you're 18 and you sign that dotted line, there's a reason why when you are on post, you get to drink in America. Because you are a man or a woman at that moment. You took on the responsibility more than almost every other normal citizen in America. King SJ, good to see you, brother. So let's talk about you're wrong. Let's talk about that game last night because that was the freshest game that we get to talk about. Off in the first half, throws 3 picks. People were handing out Halloween candy. Uh, he had pressure. You can't say CJ Stroud didn't struggle a little bit in the first half either because he was missing some key passes that he normally doesn't.
He looked a lot better in the game yesterday than he has most of the season, though.
Right. Yeah, I think he's adapting and getting used to throwing through pressure is what it is. But the second half, after we started hitting him, the old CJ Stroud from the last 2 weeks showed up. He was throwing it. He was looking like Goff in the first half. Goff was throwing things at people's feet, throwing things over people's heads, making bad decisions. And hell, we saw our first cornerback get 2 picks, not 1, but 2 yesterday. CD3 because of it.
Mm-hmm. And you know the worst part about both of them? They could have been easy touchdowns too.
Right. And so could 2 of the ones that were intercepted off of JMO because he had his guy beat. It just and it landed at the right place. The guy got up higher. If you look, those were perfect passes. I can't knock off on those passes. That was a great defensive play. But at the same time, there was people underneath that was wide open that still would have got a first down and we'd have still been continuing to play. So that I knock him on the decision making. The execution of the pass itself was good, but the decision of making that pass wasn't. Does that make more sense, Von Doom?
Yes.
Wow, Von Doom has a super fancy house. J.I. says this.
My house is old as fuck, bro. This shit's built in like the late 1800s. Rich. For I wish.
Oh, he wish he was rich. That's why he makes all this stuff, and that's why he works so hard to make money.
If I could sell some kids, I'd be rich, though. You ain't in the market, are you?
He's not a liberal. I don't think he is. I always knew Giants fans were rich. No poor people could like a team that bad. Now that's funny. That one's funny. I don't care what you say. That was the best one he said yet.
It was.
But I have a news flash that I didn't expect to say. 9 minutes and 49 seconds into the second quarter, the Dolphins are beating the Rams in their house 10-0.
Well, congrats. I'm sorry. Don't have more than 2, because then you're outnumbered, buddy.
LDV Tennis. Hey, long time no see, brother. In case you want to get in on it, we have 7 spots left in a $10 a piece raffle where we're going to draw a number between 1 and 15 for that. If you want some, we are doing them $10 a piece. Just put it in the chat. Oh, newsflash.
Hobo newsflash. What?
He said, oh, newsflash.
Oh.
He says, yes, it's just one, and it's a boy. An interception followed by a strip sack. Yes, it was.
You know what, man? It's a boy. Congrats. It's going to be much easier than a girl. You know what I realized with kids? Because I have 1 daughter, 4 sons. It is so much easier with boys once they get potty trained. Because before that, they piss all over the place. But after that, they don't give you no problems, really.
Cheerios.
Talk.
Yeah, I've showed John Von Doom his picture lots of times. He loves it.
I love it. I love those fucking garden gnome things.
And my logo there on the left-hand side is getting a redo. Yes, he's had 5 kids.
And then a 6th one we took in.
Yeah.
Douchebag.
While you're potty training them, just like us with a morning wood, they have no control.
Yeah. And I'm not even talking about just when you open the diaper, get pissed in your face because they just wait for you.
I know. And that's not what it is, but it seems like that's what it is. It's because once the cold air hits it, they just let it rip. But I like yours better. That was funny. Yeah, that's why he's not as rich as you think he is. He has way too many mouths to feed.
And hang on, boy's calling. Give me a second.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. Oh, the humanity of it all. Yeah, when you have a boy and you take that diaper off, you have about 30 seconds before you got to put another one on and be ready with the backup to that one. Just trust me. Nope, he has 1 wife and 5 kids and adopted another one because he's dating his oldest daughter. Finns are taking the Rams to the woodshed right now. Still early, but holy smokes. And they had the ball again. The Houston game was the 2023 Dallas game. What a difference a year makes. The funniest thing that I've ever seen happen while changing your boy, she'll be induced on November 19th if she doesn't pop before that. Oh, so you're due any day. That's what that means. If they're inducing on the 19th, you're due any day.
You're going to have the baby on Thursday, my anniversary. It's just going to work out that way.
That would be kind of cool for you.
Mm-hmm. It would. Also, real quick, just like you said, last night's game in Houston was 2023 in Dallas. The refs fucked the game up. I couldn't help that. I was waiting.
Yeah, I know. That being said, you know what yesterday's first half reminded me of? The Baltimore Ravens game.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers game.
No. Even more so. There wasn't as many. Oh, look at that. 80.
Wood burnt.
But LDV tennis, I say that first half reminded me more of the first half of the Ravens game. The difference is we made second half adjustments. And I still say, whatever that guy had when he hit Goff in the helmet, and he was pissed off because the refs didn't throw a flag, because we all saw him. He's looking right at the ref, who's standing 3 feet away from him, going, "Hey, helmet, flag." And I think they woke him up because he went back to not being inaccurate. Because Hooker, yeah, because he wanted it to have 1 second on the clock. If you watching on that 60-inch TV I got, and I'm sitting 3 feet away from it, you could actually read his lips. Yeah, I want to call timeout about 1 second left. And all of a sudden, he doesn't signal, and the refs go, timeout at 4 seconds. He's like, what? Yeah, they're not going to pull Goff for a guy that has had no experience in an NFL game. And it was 3 picks in the first half, not 4. Because the one it could have been 4, but one was called back due to a penalty on the defense. Everybody forgets that part. So at 3 picks, you put Goff back in there. Number one, he knows the entire system. Everybody is comfortable with them, and they will get better. He still got bedhead.
I'm glad they left Goff in there, because you know what? He's throwing more interceptions in a game now than Daniel Jones ever has. So we're good. Daniel Jones over Jared Goff. They both be lucky.
I got it. You hate Goff so much.
I do. It was the greatest thing ever watching him throw all those picks. I'm glad the Lions won, but I just got to laugh and laugh and laugh, and it was great.
Well,
there went his MVP shot.
Not really. Mahomes still has just as many as him, and guess what? The MVP voting didn't change.
Watch it. There's no way Mahomes or Goff's going to sniff the top three.
We'll see. So, the first three picks, one was batted up and it went to a defensive back, and that was Jalen Petrie on that one. The second one was a defensive lineman. It got batted up and it went to a linebacker.
Well, no, not exactly. That one was more of a fumble when he got hit, because that ball was out of his hand before he threw it forward. It just never hit the ground, so it got counted as a pick.
Right, but it still got tipped at the line while it was going through at the same time. If you watch that replay.
I'm not going to really give him shit on that one because he got hit, but at the same time, I just like the fact that it goes against the stat number.
Oh, I know you do. And it does go against the stat. But that's two.
He can't convince me otherwise.
Well,
unless Lamar or Josh Allen have a game like that, I don't see it happening.
Josh Allen will have a game like that. He has one game, at least one game a year where he has 4 or more picks every year.
What the fuck are you talking about? My thumbs are not that small.
I can tell you're on the iPad. Yay!
I forgot I could do that shit. I wonder, does this have one?
No. No, we've seen Will do that when I pissed him off before. And lots of times when you pissed him off. Yeah, he did. They look disproportionately small.
They do not.
They're not small for a garden gnome, J.I. Quit picking on them. But what was funny is while everybody was panicking in the chat I'm in, I kept saying, hey, there's still 30 minutes. Hey, but at the same time, it was interrupting the flow of the show. I don't like things that interrupt the flow of the show.
My thumbs work just fine, buddy. They don't. My thumbs won't. I cannot. It's like hard to make them go straight. They want to go back. Yeah, exactly.
I know. I gotta keep it semi-bent to make it look straight on the camera. They are not small for a garden gnome. Awesome one, Jeremy. It was funny. I don't care what you say. But there's other games to talk about. Let's talk about that Thursday night game between Baltimore and Cincy. Cincy just can't close out a game this year to save their ass.
No, they can't.
And Denver, my God, for as much as anybody wants to cry about the refs, that was a beautiful blocked field goal that won the game for the Chiefs. Yes, there were some things that happened in that game, just like they always do. The refs do give them a little bit of help. I don't know if they're going to have enough help for the Chiefs to beat the Bills in Buffalo.
No, you know what it is, J.I.? Where I live is a very rural area. The house itself Cost me $115K. It's 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, just about 2 acres. I didn't put a fucking penny out of pocket because I used a USDA loan, and they paid my down payment 100% on it.
Congrats to you.
You just got to be smart and use the system against it sometimes.
Why do some teams always seem to get clutch plays? Well, you can't say we didn't have clutch plays last night.
That dude made those freaking field goals by less than the length of my penis, okay?
Yeah, I know, and that's a
And that's not
millimeter.
saying much.
It may only be his eye, but he can't fucking dick.
Yes, J.I.
Oh. So I want to apologize to the Huddle Sports people yesterday that had trouble streaming. Restream had an issue. They got it fixed overnight. Seth has assured me that there will be no more issues. But maybe somebody shouldn't smoke something they shouldn't on camera from now on. Here around now. That's all I got to say. Jay, I got another one in there. Oh my God. I thought he was going to say by the link to my itty bitty teeny tiny thumb.
I used to like you, sir.
It's still funny. I don't care. You even smirked before you got upset.
I'm not getting upset, but still, it is fun.
It is
He
situational
gets a
football.
pass, though, because he made that garden gnome thing, and I actually really like that.
But I'm going to quote Dan Campbell today that I didn't even know he said it because I actually said it in my article last night when I was writing my review. Great teams find a way to overcome bad things. We have seen the Chiefs. A few times it's been the refs, but they have done some situational football that's been amazing over the last few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, thumbs set me off. Well, technically the lack of thumbs, he said. Well, he has them. It's not a lack of. He's not sitting here going, "Hey, how you doing?"
Connie.
But I do have an interesting post for Leonard to share here. Adam Schefter, breaking news. Here you go.
After Sunday's game, New York Giants players and coaches staff came together and arrived at a decision to leave Daniel Jones in Germany, per sources. I think they should take him and use him to fill a hole in the freaking Berlin Wall.
I think they made a move in with the guy that was holding. Wow. I think they're forcing him to move in with the guy with the gold jacket that was holding up the sign that said Danny Euros. All I know is the Germany people, they sure did seem happy with the game.
You know what? I'll say this too. The Giants should have won that game. Tyrone Tracy freaking that fumble.
Yeah.
That was rough.
I think you're spot on. It's about half Daniel Jones and half the team around him, especially the O-line. Do you disagree with that,
Yes and no. The O-line yesterday played actually really damn good.
They did.
He got hit twice all game. One of the sacks was him freaking not paying attention and holding the damn ball. Daniel Jones has stopped trying to push the ball downfield. He's checked down Charlie anymore. Our 5th round running back, Tyrone Tracy's been going freaking ham. Granted, he did have that fumble, but you know what? He's been a running back for a year. Other than that, he was a wide receiver. He's not used to getting hit like that.
Right.
I think he's playing above where he should be. I blame Brian DeBall and Daniel Jones for the play calling. You're not taking the shots downfield. You're calling stupid gadget plays. You're going for 2 when there's no point where you could just kick the field goal. He's an idiot. The guy was credited with fixing Josh Allen, making him his great quarterback, has not done a goddamn thing for Daniel Jones.
I think it's because Daniel Jones has the football IQ of a rock, but that's another story.
That may be too. I'm not going to deny that.
But anyways, kudos to Carolina for putting together back-to-back wins.
The curse of the Carolina Reaper isn't real, though. I'm very upset about that.
Well, it usually happens on Tuesday. You got another few hours to go, buddy.
Well, yeah, we are flying back from Germany.
Right. They just landed today. It could happen overnight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a minimum of an 8-hour flight. It depended on when they left. Will Drake May be the next Daniel Jones?
No.
I don't know, because if you look, he already looks like a better quarterback than Caleb.
And he doesn't have weapons out there.
Right. You imagine if they actually use some early picks on wide receivers and O-line there in New England, how good he's going to get?
Yeah. I think Mayo's got that team going in the right direction right now, honestly.
I got to check the score of that Miami game again. Wow. I'm still in shock. Hey, the Rams have scored a field goal. They're down by 7. Well, can you say that CJ Stroud is having a sophomore slump at 6-4? Yes, you can. Right?
Yeah.
So,
JB, check this one out.
Oh, that's cool. Too bad I'm not a Celtics fan, but that's cool.
Oh, I know. You're more one of these guys, right?
No, they can just go fuck.
Oh, more these guys. Gotcha.
Yeah. Yes, a ticket.
You're these guys of the North.
No, good sir, because I can actually prove to you that the Bears, after they go to the basement this year, they have been in the basement 2 more times than the Lions has since 2000, and that's pretty awful considering 2008 was 0-16. I do have a point.
And can the Dolphins keep their foot on the gas? Yeah, as long as Tua doesn't hit his head on the grass.
Yeah, or somebody's chest. Because that's what happened. He lowered his head into DeMar Hamlin's chest, is how he ended up with that concussion that day. I do have a point. Nope. I just can't believe that the Carolina Panthers have won back-to-back games.
I know. Dude, it's not even poor to it. The dude's got no freaking bowl economy. He doesn't know how to freaking fall properly. He refused to wear the freaking stupid penis helmet.
Yeah, he won't wear the phallus symbol on the field. That reduces concussions alone. See how Jeremy is pointing with his giant thumb? He's showing off, Lenny.
Well, that's because some compensate for the lack of other places, I've heard.
Nope.
Of course you're not going to openly admit that.
It's been so long since I've had it, I'm a eunuch now. Come on, that's funny. That got you, didn't it?
He's a eunuch now.
You know what a eunuch is?
Yeah, they have nothing there.
Nothing. I have no reaction. That's why everybody else is going, oh, god damn. And I go, oh, that's nice. I just think it's the angle. Again, the answer is no. Oh, yeah. All I know is the second half, AG did something we haven't done. And I'm going to talk about it. I don't know if anybody paid attention when James Houston got that first sack in the first half. But he did something that AG has swore he would never do. I seen him play in a zone right there behind the defensive line. And as C.J. Stroud rolls out, he moves with C.J. Stroud. And I said, he's spying him. AG, for the first time as a Lions defensive coordinator, ran a containment spy with James Houston, which, with a guy that doesn't have the bend, who doesn't have the same get off he used to have, he's going to have to be more upright to be able to get his speed and his push off. And we saw it come into effect. As C.J. Stroud started looking down the field, he started to see his guys sit separation. As soon as he pulled that football up, James Houston attacked. And because he was so excited about being in a containment spy, he couldn't hold it anymore. He shit himself.
That is a falsity. He shit himself as speed boost to get that little extra burst at the end.
Either way, but I know why in the second half, when James Houston got pressure at early in the third quarter again, because he had like 5 pressures in that game. I seriously think Dan Campbell said, don't you dare go change those pants and clean that up. You're going to use it as a weapon. They won't block you.
They ain't bringing down in the pile, that's for sure.
So I think he scraped his pants and wiped it on his face mask, and C.J. Stroud couldn't see. That's why he threw the toothpick. Chemical warfare.
Though? How about this, though? He had bend again.
Not elite, but it was way better than what it has been the last few games we've seen him.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he's finally healing. Maybe he's getting over the mental aspect of not being able to bend. Jim Jackson, yes. Happy Victory Monday.
You know what they should have made him do? Like, no bullshit. DDP yoga when coming back from that. It would have got his freaking stuff working again for him.
Oh, anything. We've all said there's all sorts of shit they could have did.
Norman Powell, you're a effing bum.
Who's Norman Powell?
Guy from the freaking LA Clippers.
Oh.
Got 4 points into the third quarter. He averages 20-something. Got 4.
You bet on him, didn't you, in a parlay? What am I eating? I'm bleeding. I have a tendency to lick the blood. I always have when it's mine.
Should have went with Nick Claxton. Holy shit.
Oh, is he having a game?
Yeah.
Yep. And yes, he did used to play for the Blazers.
Holy hell. Ben Simmons was a steal. That man's still alive?
Yep.
He turned it over. Never mind. He stole it right back from the guy he stole it from.
Yes. Yes, I am. If I'm bleeding, I don't like it to stay on my skin. You guys are being bad. Don't do it. Remember, all this gets monitored by YouTube now and Restream. But I will say one thing that was amazing. It was the first time that a team in 54 years to win a game which they threw 15 interceptions and trailed by at least 15 points. Yeah, and McNeil, Pascal, Houston, and don't forget, there was another sack out there. Who was that? Pat O'Connor. He had a sack. And I thought Abraham Beauplain played very well, but he was waived today. We had 4 sacks. We had a bunch of pressures, and the only sack in the first half was James Houston. Oh, no. I'm just waiting for it to show up, buddy. send me now.
Jordan Poole's on some bullshit today too, isn't he? $54 years ago, probably was United.
This is not our same. That is something that I said yesterday about this grit. But Johnny Unitas had 5 interceptions in the game.
I was really hoping Goff would have got to 7, though. I really was.
That's not the record.
Yes, it is. They said it was a record.
No. The record is 8. The record for most interceptions in a game in the NFL happened in 1950. And it was a Chicago team.
It is. Jim Hardy.
Yeah, I wasn't joking.
You know what's funny, though? If you type that into Google, though, it pulls it up with a picture of Jared Goff right next to him, though. I'm not even kidding. Hang on.
Yep, Ty Detmer had 7 for the Lions in 2008 to open the season.
Ty fucking Detmer. Wow.
And he was only in because the other starter got hurt the last week of preseason. And I think, what number was Detmer?
Huh.
Oh. It doesn't
Right?
come up with this picture. It comes up with a link to the 5 interception game yesterday.
It's got the picture right next to him, though. In the thing, it's a picture of Jared Goff. That's what I was saying.
I got no pictures showing up in mine, so I don't know what you're talking about. That's a coincidence because I've got it right here. There's
I didn't
no
open
picture.
it. I just typed it in.
I know.
And
I'm not opening anything either. This is just, look, you can see NFL record interceptions in a game. There's 8. There's no pictures, but the first article is about USA Today and Jared Goff throwing 5 picks.
I just put in most interceptions in an NFL game. I sent you a screenshot, though, so you can see that I'm not bullshitting that.
I'm not saying you're bullshitting. I'm saying on mine, I didn't get that.
Battling this hangover, huh, Ricky? Well, sir, it was a rough one for you going there. You almost had a really bad weekend.
I'm going to say this right now, that the same old Lions, PTSOL, because Lions, Fool's Gold Lions, all died in that second half yesterday.
I'm not going to say that because I was watching through Facebook there, and holy shit, were your fans turning quick.
I know.
Woohoo, 100 messages. Let's go. I don't know why that just freaking. I do hate God so goddamn much.
I know you do. And it's because of that.
Look, I said it in the freaking comments.
I know.
I will admit, too, though, that it's nonsensical. It's stupid. I just can't get over it.
It was the Super Bowl. It was the Super Bowl. And the bad part is, it was 4 drops that cost the game. Goff didn't even cost the game.
His bum ass should have not been there. But that's neither here nor there.
But that's not his fault either.
Okay. hang on. I want to bring this up again. I'm talking to my buddy. He's a Cowboys fan, and we're talking about Jerry Jones and how he's hearing rumors that Jerry's almost to the point where he's ready to sell the team, right? What do you think that team values at, based off of what other teams have sold at recently?
I'm going to say because of their market value and their fans, that's probably at least a $15 billion to $25 billion team, because other teams that are way lesser in value have sold for around 6.
Washington went for freaking over 6. The Panthers went for over 6.
The Jaguars went for 5 to Sher Khan.
Yeah, exactly. So he at least gets 10 easy off the top of my head. And that kind of return off the $140 million he bought that team for. Whew.
Yeah. I admit I almost went to bed at halftime, then Carlton Davis brought me back. I think it's 15 to 25 billion is the worth of the Cowboys. You got to remember they are still the second highest selling jersey in America behind the Chiefs right now.
And they ain't been good in 20 years or so.
Jesse Minter or probably Jesse Minter. The Cowboys, because Ben Johnson made a key statement, and it makes sense. He goes, "It's going to take a great organization to get me away from here." The Cowboys are not a great organization yet.
You know what? That depends, like, whose view, because they're a great franchise, historically great.
But the organization itself is a piece of shit. I'm not wrong. I think Jesse Minter will be the hot coordinator that leaves. Adam Schefter said it's going to take a buttload of money and a great organization, not a great franchise. Those are two different statements. So the other one that it won't be the Bears either.
I don't know if I'm going to believe any of that till we get into this round here. I can understand him wanting to stay last year. You know, it is whatever. Even though I think he probably does kick himself a little bit for not taking a Washington job right now.
I don't think he does at all. You know he's making $14 million this year, right?
I understand he's making a lot of money. They would have thrown the whole fucking world at him last year.
That was all they were offering, was $14 million a year to be the head coach, and he told them no while they were still on the plane.
Johnson to the Giants. I don't think Ben Johnson could coach in New York. I would love to see him try. I don't think that'd be the best place for him as a rookie head coach.
Yep. Well, we really didn't sell out in the 0-16 year. I remember that the city ponied up and bought a bunch of tickets just to keep the Lions on TV revenue that year. They bought a bunch of personal seat licenses for that 1 year because we were only selling out. They were saying 65% of the stadium. And that's the bare minimum to get on TV now. Back then, you had to sell 75% to get on.
Uh-huh.
So the city made up the difference and gave the tickets away. Would Gruden take the Giant challenge? I think he's about the only coach that's cocky enough that probably would.
There's another one that's sitting there right now every Monday night on a show with two brothers that I think would be great for that, be able to handle the pressure.
Bill Belichick.
But I think he's past his prime.
Bill Belichick.
Bill Belichick, if you could get in a good offensive coordinator and keep Shane Bowen as a defensive coordinator, I think it would work fine. Oh.
Yeah, you know, here's something to think about with the Packers fans. They haven't been to a Super Bowl since, 2010? And I know we haven't been to a Super Bowl yet. And I openly admit that I know my history. Do I not, Von Doom?
Mm-hmm.
What I love is when they talk about rings. Because rings don't matter because they've been in the NFL since 1930. The Lombardi Trophy is what started the Super Bowl era. Period. End of story.
100%. I'll give you that. And It's the one thing where Lions fans should just shut up on that whole argument with Packers fans, because once you get them started on that, ain't nobody touched them. 13 goddamn championships.
I know.
Hey,
But at the same time, the last one was 2010.
I get that, but now let's think. When did the team come into existence?
Their team came into existence 10 years before us. We came into existence in 1934. They came into existence in 1924. We had
100 years. They averaged what? About like every 8.5 years they get a championship.
Oh, it was. They haven't in over 14 now, but I'm trying to get to my point here.
Oh.
Up until William Clay Ford bought the team in 1963, the Lions were a dominant team. Very first year they're in Detroit, they win the championship. Waited a few years, win it again. 3 times in the 50s. In 1963, the commissioner walked into William Clay Ford's office and asked him to give up home field advantage on Thanksgiving Day because it got so popular. He goes, we created. Yeah, this is their 100-year anniversary too, but they're not wearing a special red, white, and blue jersey to commemorate it.
Which I think is pretty gay. They should have. They should have done something about it.
I don't know. It looked like walking bomb pops out on the football field for the Giants.
Oh, the jersey. I hate the jersey, but they should have done something for him. You know what I mean? And, you know, that's what really pissed me off about this year. It's our 100-year anniversary, and they're putting this shit show on the field.
But anyways, the commissioner walked into William Clay Ford's office in 1963 after he bought the Lions and wanted him to give up the Thanksgiving Day game. When he said no, because we created the tradition, we're keeping it, because they were the first team to ever want to play. And he said, good luck on ever getting to an NFL championship again. Notice, during that time, we sniffed it once in 1991, correct?
Yeah.
And thus the bad calls began. Yes, 100%. The bad calls started to go away when Martha took over. And they've been slowly going away a little bit more every year. The fact that the Lions are a part of the competition committee in the NFL tells you how far we've came and everything that Sheila's done to help this team get better. We were never a part of the competition board before.
Well, no.
So at least Roger Goodell recognizes Sheila and her accomplishments with the team.
My wife, dude, I don't know anything about that shit.
Patty, good to see you. Glad you're up and around. I know you were dealing with some stuff. Prayers up.
100 years. This breaks my fucking heart.
I know. Sheila has Goodell scared. What's that in your hand? Right now it was a lighter, but that was the 100-year placard he made. Hey, go into your settings on the video side and reverse your camera so it looks right.
Hang on, let me figure out how. Settings, video.
Mirror your camera image.
No, that's not it either.
You turned on the front-facing one. I said mirror your camera, not.
I didn't. Hold on.
If you do it while your camera's off, it'll switch you to the front one. You have to do it while your camera's on.
Hold on. I gotta figure out what fucking camera's which now, man. I need the front camera, right? Front.
Was that 81 or was it 84, Austin? I thought that was 84 when Eddie Murray missed wide left versus San Francisco. Because they went on to play Chicago and lose. All right, yeah, it's right now.
Trying to figure all that out. There, does that work?
Yeah, now you can read it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, see? Last year was the Green Bay Packers 100 because it ended in 2024. You guys started a year later. This is your 100. Oh,
Mhm.
we still shit on the Packers' 100th anniversary in his knee. Oh, Lenny does have bedhead. Yeah, he's a lot closer to the camera now.
Mainly because I just decided today I'm probably gonna just shave my head bald again.
Maybe, Jeremy. I'm just winging it. Yeah, it was. I believe it was the '84 season when Billy Sims and the Lions, because he was drafted in '80, and they made it to the wild card in 1984-85 season, I believe it was, because then we'd have had to face off against the juggernaut that was the '85 Bears, if I remember correctly. You know what? I put in wild card, and it keeps going to. Oh, I am correct. Okay. Yeah, and literally, if Eddie Murray, his time expired, made that field goal that went wide to the left by God, it was bad how wide it went. It wasn't even close. It was almost like he got paid. I want to see Lenny go hairless with no eyebrows even. I don't think you'll see that part. Last time he went
Hey,
without eyebrows, it was because of a flame problem with his grill, if I remember right.
yep.
And it was funny as fuck, I'll tell you. He looked like the singer from The Beds Are Burning mixed with Jay Glazer. That made you smirk. I saw that. I can hear it now. I'm going to go off camera for this one. Lenny would be going, out where the river broke, the hot sun in the desert. Oh. He got grilled brows. Yes, he did. I think it was a new girl he was putting together at the time, or was it an old one and the thing blew apart?
No, I tried to light my freaking cigarette off of it.
Yeah, that'll do it. That's your own dumb asshole. Yeah, that could have been bad. I love this lion. I think that's an amazing one there.
I hate the orange.
What, the orange of the fire?
Yeah. No, like the fire in the face. It's too much orange for me.
I'll send it to you. It would be a nice stat, but I'd like to see it without the orange. I would like to see it all be Honolulu blue flame. Is that what
Right.
you're saying? I could send it to you and you could try to fix it.
That's true. I could try.
I might do that.
Norman Powell started shooting. Holy shit, let's go. Now we just need Cam Thomas to score 13 points in 7 minutes and do something.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, he ain't done shit all day. Him and Jordan Poole. Poole boy's supposed to be better than that.
Yeah, I see the thing you sent. And I wasn't discrediting you. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying on mine, it didn't even come up with a picture.
Mhm.
He goes, yeah, try to fix it, Leonard. So I just sent it to you. What if some of those little swirly pieces of the flame were a mix of blue and black together?
That could work.
You know, where it's right by the skin, that be Honolulu blue, but where it whisks up around it, there's blue and black together. Yes. There's no more WCF on the jersey anymore. Hallelujah. And there is that interesting stat about NFC teams, the last 10 to go 8-1. They've all went to the Super Bowl. Yeah, I got to get me some new jerseys. I believe the order is going in around the 22nd, is what I read, Von Doom. Is that correct? Is when the next order is going in?
I believe.
So that's when they're going to get ordered, J.I., all the jerseys. The only one I won't be ordering is the custom one. That'll go in the next order in December. All 10 of the last 10 teams in the NFC that have gone 8-1 has went to the Super Bowl. But you've heard me say it, all streaks will come to an end. And what happened in Chicago yesterday? The longest home streak in the NFL was ended by your New England Patriots. That's because the coaching staff in the Bears is just like this song. A clown show. J.I. got to read the article pre-published too. I sent it to him. It's going in 11 days, Patty. That being said, the Bears are the only team with a losing record in the North. Everybody else is way better at 66% or better. One of those teams is sitting at about 87.9%. I don't know which one. But yes, the NFC North is still the best division in football right now. Oh, and J.I. says, which, by the way, was an awesome article.
Oh, suck an egg, Ben Simmons.
Oh, yeah, I will. Patty, I'll email you in the morning on that.
Where do I do all my work? I have a ridiculously huge living room, so I split it into two. I do a lot of my stuff on the one half, my computer, my heat press, my wood burning, my electric wood burning's right there. I took my shed, it's a 15 by 12, turned it into a paint booth.
Yes, Patty is a guy that is buying a couple jerseys from me. I have an order in my email for him.
You're not wrong. I completely forgot he was in the league too till he popped up the other day with a rebound on my freaking tracker, and I was like, what the hell? I honestly thought he was dead.
Might as well be. As little as he shows up on stat line.
He's got 12 assists tonight, though, which is holy shit weird.
Actually, that's not as weird as you think. That's not as weird as you think, because Ben Simmons was always good at distributing the ball. He was always good at rebounding and all the other stuff. It was shooting that he sucked at.
Which makes no sense because he's tall as shit. He dunked the ball.
There's a lot of people that thought Patty was a girl, including me the first time I talked to him on the chat. Because I remember the first time Patty came into the chat when Von Doom was on. I was like, oh, how you doing there, ma'am? He goes, I'm a guy. All right, brother. That's how you correct that. That's nice. So Stafford threw a pick. Williams had a fumble. That's why. And Tua's had a pick and a fumble in this game. It's some crazy stats going on right now.
He was like, I'm a boy.
I'm a real boy.
Motherfucker. Of course, he comes out with that one.
Yes, you did. You sent me some pictures and I showed them. I'm just being silly today, Patty. I'm in a good mood. It's always easy to be in a good mood after what? It's Victory Monday. Much to the chagrin of Mr. Leonard here. I mean, he likes the team. He just hates golf.
I do. I fucking hate Jared Goff so much.
And I hate the fact you hate him that much.
I wish his mother would have swallowed him. Is how much I hate him.
You are awful.
So I've tried. He's my second most hated person in this world behind Geno Smith.
And it shouldn't even be that bad.
Fuck Geno Smith.
No, I mean golf.
He gets the blame by proxy.
I know. Yeah, Kyron Williams is having a bad game. He's had 11 carries for 52 yards. Forms had 2 for 8. Stafford's had 1 for 0. He got back to the line before he was hit.
If Cam Thomas and Pool Boy can pull their heads out of their ass, I can still freaking hit tonight. God
yeah, both teams have had an interception and a fumble. Rams have had the ball for 20 minutes and scored 4 less points. Wow, this is a barn burner over game, guys. Total yardage through 2.5 quarters. 124 total yards for Miami, 155 total for LA. Oof.
I'm kind of hungry.
I don't know. I had that really good meal. I know you say you don't like the mushroom gravy, but it's one of my favorites.
God, I'm not the hugest fan of mushrooms. I just can't get past the like sort of like a dirt taste off any mushroom I've ever had in my life.
That's why I like the mushroom gravy. You cook all that grit out of it, and they're so tiny you don't notice it or taste it or any of it. So that's why I like mushroom gravy, because you cook it down a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Now raw mushrooms, I'm not a fan of. Those big slices that come out of the can that feel slimy. Nope, not a fan of those either.
I'm a fan of microdose mushrooms, but even then, I still feel like I'm tasting dirt.
Yeah, look at the birds up in the trees. What's that a line from?
I'm drawing a blank, buddy.
1989's Christmas special that was replayed every year on HBO. Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas. We're not birds. We're a jug band. That was the reply.
I was 4 years old, okay?
I know. I just remember it because I was a big kid.
You're like 30.
Not in 88. Damn, dude. I was 18. 17 turning 18. Again, thank you to everybody who has served. It's an honor to know every vet that I can. And if you're in the chat and you're a vet, thank you. From one vet to another.
Yeah, it's because before our time, J.I.
That was way before J.I.'s time. He's younger than you are. I'm a 1970 baby. I have no shame in my game.
JB is the definition of a boomer.
No, I'm
Star Wars Christmas.
From the very beginning. I remember the Star Wars Christmas special with the Ewoks and Darth Vader and everything else. Yeah. Oh, we have a touchdown alert. Dolphins have scored. Oh, you're older than Lenny, but younger than me. Okay. Oh, that's right. You're 40-ish, correct? 44? I'm asking J.I. that, not you, Leonard. I know you're not quite 40 yet.
Nope, not yet.
What the fuck? That's hilarious. Jug band. We're old. Yes. Yes, we're old. We're not birds. We're a jug band. Yep. You're in the mids. Got it. Well, it is about that time. Yeah, except when my dad's here, he's got us all beat. He was born early enough that he actually got to listen to the last Lions championship on the radio. That's why if they ever,
1753.
that's why 1957.
17. He was able to listen to it on the first radio.
There wasn't radios back then. There wasn't in 1700s. There wasn't even electricity.
I know. He was listening to the Lions game on smoke signals. He's getting play updates by telegram.
Yeah, I remember the shed picks. They were awesome. That being said, it is time. Bottom, Von Doom?
Go for it.
At 4-5, with the worst record in the division, and they haven't even played anybody yet. It's the Bears. At 6-3, it's FT. Say it, Leonard.
Fuck the Packers.
In second in place at 7-2, because they skull fucked the Jags. It's the Vikings. At 8-1, and still atop the North. With a 2-0 record in the division, it's the mighty, mighty Lions. And it looks like we might sweep the division this year, people.
My nose itches.
Yeah, and I'd be remiss if I don't go back because he was a veteran and he played for the Lions. If we didn't give a rest in peace for Greg Landry, who passed away a couple of Mondays ago, starting quarterback for the Lions in the 70s when I first started watching the Lions. Rest in heaven, young man. We're about the only team with a chance to sweep the division. Everybody else is either 1-1 or 0-2. Does anybody think the Bears are beating anybody in this division the way we're playing?
Wait, say that again?
Does anybody think the Bears are beating anybody in this division the way they're playing right now?
They're going to beat somebody at least one game just by accident.
I think their only shot is probably Detroit in December at Chicago. Oh, Mrs. Grams wants to meet me? That's awesome. You say nope again. I just know that when it's snowing out and it's in the 30s, we haven't seen a good game out of Goff yet. We could. I'm not saying we won't. I'm just saying I think that's their most likely chance to win is December in Chicago, outside. You know what? It really depends. If they let Jordan Love heal and he's fully healed and he's not throwing off his back foot and looking bad in his mechanic, Jordan Love is a good quarterback. He's in a sophomore slump. Think about it. It's his second year starting. CJ Stroud is having a sophomore slump. Go look at all his numbers. All his numbers are down compared to last year. Yes, Detroit run game is so good. But at the same time, we saw with one of the two captains on this O-line, if either one of them are out, we're in trouble. We struggled a little bit while Ragnow was out, but we still won that game. We struggled mightily with Decker out.
You know the thing, though? With Decker out, the pressure wasn't even coming from his side, though.
It was coming from everywhere. It was coming up the middle.
Nico Audrey, how the hell he made Sewell look that slow on that play?
If you actually watch it, I watched. He tripped over his own feet. Sewell got tangled up on his feet moving sideways.
Oh, he did, but he was around him, though, before he got that.
I know. It was the first time I've seen that, where Sewell got so frustrated he was tangled up in his feet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I do think we have one of the best run games in the league. 100%. We got quite possibly the only single player that has more yardage themselves is Derrick Henry. Everybody else is right there with what Monty and Jameer has right now. And together, they're leading the league as a duo. And when he saw Lenny light up, all I thought was, are his eyebrows going to go up in smoke?
Nah. Dude, I kind of really hate the Sonic and Knuckles freaking thing just because it sounds so childish. But I
You
guess
know
some
what?
people like it.
And I got asked it in another Lions group. If David Montgomery is Knuckles and Jameer Gibbs is Sonic, what is JMO? And I said, the Flash. I mean, what else can you say? Right. The Lions sent tight end and running back help onto Dan Skipper's side the entire time, and the Texans knew it too, so they would go to get one-on-ones versus Sewell.
Bastard. You just took a step in, you bastard.
Oh, he put his toe over the line?
Yup.
Cost you on a 3-point parlay?
Uh-huh. Oh. The horrible things I want to wish this man right now.
You're wishing him death like you did Goff after that Super Bowl right now.
That's a fucking understatement. I wished on Jared Goff after that Super Bowl.
Yeah, yep. Those Texans unis did look. Those Texans unis did look great. But remember that little comment I made? That's a nice debut you're having there. I would really hate to ruin it.
That battle red is sexy.
It is. But at the same time, the first year we had the Blacks was the 2004-05 season. We debuted it on Monday Night Football versus the Houston Texans, and David Carr torched our ass, and they won. And that is why I wanted to ruin their debut.
That is terrible. You know, it really pisses me off, though, the Houston Texans. David Carr could have been a really, really good quarterback if they just weren't incompetent.
Hey, David Carr was a good quarterback. They just had no O-line. They didn't give them a weapon to what? Andre Johnson was drafted, and then he was lighting it up. If you look, he was just outside the top 10 in all the numbers. But he was always the most sacked quarterback every year because they never addressed the O-line his entire career there. Oh, that red helmet was cool. I'd like to see a Honolulu blue one with a black line. I think we got one of those somewhere. In real life, it's the
alternate
helmet right
one.
now. Yeah.
The red helmet, it's a red chrome. It's the same exact chrome red that the Louisville Cardinals use for their college uniforms.
Mm-hmm. Louisville?
Yep.
Yeah. I would like to see this, like the Flash here, this one, with the black lion on it.
That's simple.
I know. I said it to you for a reason.
I know.
Thank you very much. And it is that time to give homage to our sponsor that pays us for doing this show. It is Brandon Service, right at the corner of South Grand Travis and... Oh, that's right. We did have a blue and black one. That's right. No, it's blue and black. It's a blue and black lion. All we did was change the logo on this one, guys. If I remember right. But Brandon Service at the corner of South Grand Travis and West Atherton Road, 602 West Atherton Road. In Flint, where the water's shit, but the tires are good. Stop in and check us out. Used tires starting at $45 and up, depending on size and condition. Please call 810-233-8230. Talk to George, Red, or myself to get your quote. Tires are delivered within 1 to 2 business days. Mention this ad and you will get a discount when buying your tires. Yeah, I could have swore our alternate was blue with black, right?
I thought so.
Yeah. Yeah, it's blue with black. Dun, 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 dun. There it is. That's the
Yeah.
one that's offered by Rydell. And I love the fact that we, on the black jerseys, we changed the blue to match that. That's what ties that whole uniform in together. Oh, you're going to 2 college football games? That's awesome. I've been to one this year. I was happy I chose that one because I don't know if there'll be another win at home with Michigan
Ever.
this year.
That's what I said.
No, you said ever. There's a difference.
Isn't there?
Yeah. But tune in tomorrow at noon as I go over the PFF rankings, the top 5 and bottom 5, each offensively and defensively. And address your chat as always. It's been my pleasure to be here with Von Doom on Veterans Day, providing the services we do to you. Because you know what? We have fun with it. So we want to get this raffle done by the weekend. So if anybody wants that custom helmet, you can either let me know by email or message Von Doom or I if you have us on Facebook or if you know our Twitter or Instagram. Message us anywhere.
User?